I'm gonna make sure that I'm live before I do anything else. I'm recording on my phone today and it looks like I am live. So, quick note before we get started today. I have done everything that I can to get my cat out of this room. She won't leave. And as you can see over here, there's just a railing so she could come through if she wanted to anyway. So please excuse any furry interference that you might see today. So, as I said in my post, today is going to be a 60-minute power flow. So we're really going to focus on strengthening and reminding ourselves that we're really, really strong and we can get through this. Like, we know we can get through this, but we're kind of unsure at this point in time, coming back into that uncertainty. We're hearing a bunch of different stuff from a bunch of different sources. So let's take this time to let go of that and empower ourselves with the strength that we already own, already have, and just need to lock or unlock within us. So my cat is scratching on the banjo right now. Once again, please ignore her. So let yourself close your eyes down unless they're already there and find a comfortable seat, maybe in an opposite order. And today, for our meditation portion of our time together, virtually, social distancing, let's go ahead and place both hands, one on top of the other on our heart space. We're actually going to switch at some point in time, but right now we're going to start with the right hand underneath, left hand on top. And if your eyes open to figure out which one's left and right, I like to look at my fingers sometimes. Do that. Let them close back down and simply feel your breath expand through your chest and contract through your chest. Letting all of the surrounding sounds, letting all of the surrounding environment, letting all of the surrounding thoughts, judgments, and expectations slowly begin to fade away. Sometimes these thoughts come from without us, around us, actually. And sometimes these thoughts are within us. But as yogic text says, we have multiple different layers within us. Those thoughts or samskaras that are going through our head right now, those negative repeating ideas that are holding us back, can be put to rest as you begin to dive deeper. Still feeling your chest expand and contract through each breath cycle. But switch your hands now. Left side, the feminine side, being held close to your heart. And the right side on top. Today, with focusing on strength, we'll also be focusing on balance. Because we tend to be stronger when we're balanced. And I've heard a lot about people talking about balance coming back during this time as the world takes a break. We must let ourselves take a break too, but still understand that we're strong. That's our purpose today. Still feeling your breath, still feeling your heart. And perhaps noticing if you can drop your shoulders away from your ears a little bit more, sit up a little bit straighter. Feeling that power from an external or physical layer. And now that we're calm, I like to invite you to focus in on a time that you felt stronger than you ever have in your entire life. Maybe it's something more recent. For me, I just ran longer than I ever have, just a few days ago. Maybe the strength, your strongest moment was winning a race. Maybe it was completing a marathon. Maybe it was moving out of your comfort zone and into your growth zone. Whatever it is, let yourself find pride for yourself. Self with a capital S. That ever expanding and ever present essence of us. Because even when things got hard at that point in time, which is when our true strength shows through, we had the tools inside, we had the strength inside to get through whatever that was. As we did then, so we do now. As is above, so is below. Let the next exhale drop your hands down to the earth. Fingertips touch down. Inhale to reach your hands above your head with your eyes closed. Try and touch your fingertips together. And exhale, touch your fingertips back to the ground. Use your full breath to motion. When the breath stops, the motion stops. Inhale to draw your hands above your head. Radiate them high. Try and touch those fingertips together. No cheating. Exhale to drop your fingertips back down to the ground. Last time, inhale to reach your fingertips up above your head. Touch your fingertips together first. And exhale to drop your shoulders out of your ears. Inhale to open your gaze and look up towards your hands. And exhale to draw your palms together and to heart center. Once again, close your eyes down for a moment and breathe in strength for 3 in-breaths. Breathing out anything else. Big, meaningful inhale. I am strong. Let it go with a whoosh. One more big, filling inhale. I am strong and capable. Let it go. Keep your palms together. Inhale to look up, hands up. Exhale to cactus, your arms shine your heart. Little mini back bend. Inhale to reach your hands up high. And exhale to forward fold. Let your head rest down on the ground. Let your hands rest down. And simply use your breath to expand out between your vertebrae here on the inhales. And exhales to rest your head down a little bit further. Maybe your head's already on the ground and you can't physically rest down further. So I invite you, if that does apply to you, to focus on the more minute changes between your inhalation, expanding, and the exhalation, softening your vertebrae. All of those spine bones. On the next inhale, let yourself slide your chest forward, hips come over knees into puppy dog pose. Let yourself stretch your back out, stretch your stomach out. Maybe you've just eaten lunch and you're still digesting, so take some big breaths here to stoke your metabolism in your stomach, massaging the food through your intestines. If you came here from more of a spiritual side of the practice, this belly being extended and stretched out can also help to stoke our inner flame. On the next inhale, let yourself walk up to a tabletop position and settle in, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Before we do anything else today, we're going to find a little bit of weird hip sways from left to right. Make sure that if you have sore knees, that your knees are padded here. You may flip your yoga mat over on each side, or you can use a towel, a blanket, or anything else. Let your hip sways get a little wider and wider here. A little deeper and deeper. And eventually we're going to press those hips down onto the right side. On the next inhale, the left hand comes up into the air, and exhale to reach towards the front of your space. Maybe that bottom arm is nice and straight, or maybe you bend it with the elbow away from you slightly so that you can get a little bit more lift and length along that side body on your left side. Take one more big inhale through your left side ribs. And exhale, place that left hand back down. Inhale, come back up to center. Find a couple windshield wipers here with those knees together. And on the next exhale, come over to that left side. Inhale to reach your right hand up and over. And exhale to tip towards the front of your space. The goal here is to elongate that top side of your body. So if you're like me and have really long arms, let your elbow turn out on the bottom side and begin to bend so that you can lead with your ribs and get a little side body stretch in. One more big inhale. And exhale to drop that top hand down. Inhale to your tabletop. And exhale to settle in. Knees will be under hips, wrists under shoulders again. If you just saw, I was doing a little penguin waddle. That's how I like to place my knees under my hips. Let those toes curl under on an inhale. Drop your belly. Squeeze your shoulder blades for cow pose. Exhale to cat pose. Uncurl your toes. Tuck your tailbone. Gaze towards your navel. Inhale to cow pose. Drop the belly. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Toes curls. Exhale to cat pose. Uncurl the toes. Tuck the tailbone. Tuck the chin. One more on your own breath. Once again, using full breath to motion this whole time. And exhale, cat pose. Stay in your cat big. Inhale to puff up between your shoulder blades. Create space. And exhale back to your tabletop position. Inhale to curl your toes under again if they left. And exhale, raise your hips back and up for our first downward facing dog today. Now, I know some of you probably have taken a lot of yoga classes today already, but if you haven't, like me, go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. While we're still at home, most of us, we still have to work, most of us. So let yourself have a little TLC time with each leg, letting the opposite knee bend and stretch out that hamstring. And then switch to the other side. Give that other leg some TLC, tender loving care. And then on the next inhale, find your downward facing dog. Exhale to settle in completely. On the next inhale, pull your tailbone and your shoulders away from each other. And exhale to surrender in. Inhale to gaze forward to the front of your space. And exhale to move forward to the front of your space. Step, hop, or float are all available. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale to reverse dive all the way up, mountain pose. And exhale to cactus your arms. Inhale to reach high, mountain. Exhale to cactus. One more inhale, mountain. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale your right knee up, standing staff. And exhale here. Focus in on that left standing leg. Maybe find a little buoyancy, a little bend softly in the knee. And we're going to find some circles through our right ankle. Go in one direction for 3 circles, nice and slow, use your full range of motion. And then go in the opposite direction, 3 nice, slower circles. Take a big inhale here, finding stillness. And exhale to kick that right foot to the back of your space for a high lunge. Hands still at heart center. Spread your fingers out, press your thumb against your sternum. And inhale to lift your chest high, point your pinky up. Exhale to drop your pinky down to your front knee. Inhale, pinky high, gaze high, shoulders back. Exhale, pinky down to your front knee. One more inhale to lift up. This time change, exhale, pinky towards your front knee, then twist to the left for a prayer twist. Let yourself find some stability here. If you find yourself tippling and toppling over, let yourself find train track stance rather than a tightrope stance. We don't want to be walking on a tightrope. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you inhale to open up your wingspan and gaze high. Take one more breath wherever you are. Hold the variation that you're in. If your arms are spread, hold it. If your hands are at heart center, hold it. And on the next inhale, guide up with that left either hand or elbow to a standing twist. So it'll look either like this or this, depending on the variation you chose. Reminder to stay deep in that front knee. Maybe you can gaze over that left hand or elbow. Maybe you can crack a smile. Big inhale here. Big exhale, stay strong. Inhale, both hands come above your head. And exhale to frame your front foot. Inhale to your plank pose. And exhale, Chaturanga Tadasana. That's that slow halfway push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Peel your heart up. Knees are lifted. Exhale to downward facing dog. Press those hips back and up. Whew. Good first flow, everyone. I'm judging by the awesomeness of the people that I know are attending today, but I'm sure everyone did a fantastic job. I also like complimenting my students. So if you're not already doing so in your down dog, find one walk back and forth, maybe two. And on the next inhale, gaze forward between your hands. Exhale to step up or flip forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale, reverse side, mountain pose. Exhale to cactus, nice and flowy. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to cactus, last time. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a big inhale, spread those right toes. And exhale to plant them down. I was going to say slam them down. You can do that too, just don't make your room shake. Inhale your left leg up. Find that standing staff. We want to make sure in our standing staff that we're not dipping over into the standing leg side and placing a lot of weight on our hip, but we want to feel lifted up through our core, almost like our ribs are pulling us up into one straight line of energy on that side. Trying to turn back. So find those ankle rolls going in one direction, 3 slow ones. And in the other direction, 3 nice slow ankle rolls. Find that stillness. Take a big inhale here. Exhale to kick back into your crescent lunge, left foot towards the back of your mat. Thumbs still against your sternum, fingers spread out. And take a big inhale. Exhale to soften into your pose. Inhale to point your pinky fingers up. Exhale to drop your pinky fingers down to your front leg. Inhale, pinky fingers up. Exhale to your front leg. Last one, inhale, pinky fingers up. Remember, there's a twist in this one. Exhale, pinky fingers towards your front leg. And then find your twist. Option to hook your elbow and press that top hand against the bottom to get some stability. Check in with your back heel. Make sure it's nice and strong and not pressing forward. That could cause us to topple. And once again, you can keep your hands at heart center gazing up over that top shoulder ideally. Or you can open your wingspan. Stay strong. Check in with that back heel and breathe. One more big, strong breath here. And on the next inhale, guide up with either that right hand or that right elbow into your standing twist. Let that right shoulder hug behind you with lots of muscle engagement right on the back side of that shoulder. This can happen with arms extended or with arms at prayer. I don't know if you can see my back muscles activating right now, but I can feel them. Take a big inhale. Exhale to soften into your front knee. Inhale to raise your hands above your head. And exhale to frame your front foot. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. That's that halfway push-up we know and love. Inhale to upward facing dog. Knees are lifted. Exhale to downward facing dog. Whew, guys, can you tell I don't teach power flows anymore? I'm used to this with my own practice, but out of breath teaching it. Take a big inhale to lift your hips. And exhale to soften through your shoulders and heels. 2 more big breaths like that. Sides are available. And horse lips are available. That one wasn't my cat, it was actually me. So find stillness once again if you've had any movement. Inhale your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee to nose, tap it. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, plant your foot between your hands. Inhale to rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to reach your chest forward. Exhale, prayer twist towards the right. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Inhale to cartwheel the hands back up. Crescent lunge. Exhale to open warrior 2. Gazes over that front middle finger, nice and lightly. Good time to fix your pants if you're me. Make sure that your front knee is pressing towards that right side of your mat. Take a big inhale. Exhale to sink deeper. Take an inhale to press your palms towards the left side of your space. And exhale your left hand to your heart. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Feel your heartbeat under your hand. Feel the strength of that right arm. It's not doing much, but we're using all of our supporting muscles to hold our bone in place. Now, with that left hand on your heart, pull that elbow back almost as if you're pulling an arrow string. Nice and strong. Try and pull it back as high as you can. Keep that position. And on the next inhale, point your arrow up towards the sky. The whole bottom half of your body stays put. Exhale, point your arrow towards the ground on the inside of your front leg. Inhale, point your arrow up. Kind of tricky with that back elbow. Exhale to point your arrow down. One more inhale to point your arrow up. Exhale to point your arrow down. Keep your hand down, press it down on the ground on the inside of your foot. That left hand comes up to the sky. Big inhale here. And exhale. In this extended side angle, maybe you don't reach the ground here. Maybe you reach a block if you have one handy. Maybe your elbow is on that knee if you tried to go down and you're like, sister, I'm not going there. Take one more big inhale, feel the shakes through that right leg. And exhale to frame your front foot. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to complete your downward dog, your vinyasa. Take a big inhale into your hips. And exhale from your heart and heels. Inhale your left leg up, 3-legged. Exhale, knee to nose, tap it. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale to plant that foot between your hands. Train track stance so you don't topple. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale to prayer twist towards the left. Maybe you felt yourself drop a little deeper into that front knee. I surely did. Maybe you can gaze up over that top shoulder. On the next inhale, cartwheel your hands up. And exhale, open to warrior 2. I'm going to change directions here. Once again, check in with that left knee and make sure it's pointing towards the left side of your mat. Settle into your warrior and feel your hips opening towards the right side of your mat. Gaze is light over that front middle finger. Work with your strength. Big inhale. Exhale your palms towards the right side of your mat. Inhale to draw your hand in towards your heart, your right hand. And exhale to settle in. Feel your heartbeat. Strong, confident, ever beating. This is a reminder that that is our pump, that is our motor. And as long as that is strong, we can be as strong as it. So find your strong warrior with that elbow up, ready to fire that bow. Inhale to lift your left hand up, your right elbow tractions down. Exhale your left hand down, right elbow tractions up. Inhale to point that arrow up. Center your gaze. Exhale to point that arrow down. Center your gaze on your hand. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring your hand into contact with the ground, a block, or your knee. And inhale to lift that right hand up. Find your extended side angle. Staying deep in that left knee. Reminding ourselves that we're nice and strong. We're fully capable. We have all the tools that we need inside of us, including a kick-ass motor. Big inhale. Big exhale. On the next exhale, frame that front foot. Inhale to your plank pose. And exhale through your vinyasa. That's that chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing dog. We'll meet there. Take a big inhale. Side out or horse lips. One more breath just like that. Take it as you need it. So now what we're going to do is a little bit of core. Yay, core! So we're going to walk our feet in about a half a foot towards our hands and get a nice, firm, probably about 75-degree angle here. Sorry, that's more than 75, that's more than 90. Probably about 120-degree angle. And take a big inhale. And exhale to stick your tailbone up as high as it can go. Keep your knees as bent as they can be. And on the next inhale, shuffle to your toes and stack your shoulders over your wrists. Belly is up. Exhale to press your hips back and up. Inhale to your narrow plank pose. Knees are bent. Wrists stacked under shoulders. And exhale to come back to your narrow down dog. Keep it going nice and slow. Inhale to come forward. Stack your wrists and shoulders. Knees are bent. Exhale to come back. Inhale, come forward. Stack. Hug that belly in. And exhale to press back. Last one. Inhale to come forward, your tiptoes. Stack and hold here. Exhale here. One more inhale, I'm shaking. And exhale into a full expression of downward dog, adjusting your stance if needed. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, tap it. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, tap it. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop your knee down almost to the ground, don't touch it. Inhale, hug it in. Exhale, touch it down, almost. Inhale, hug it in. Last one, exhale, drop it down. Inhale, hug it in. And exhale to plant that foot between your hands. Shake out your arms. Inhale to rise up. Crescent lunge. Exhale into your warrior two. So bring that back heel down into about a 45-degree angle. Toes will be pointing towards about the left corner of your mat. Take a big inhale here. And exhale to place your hands by your low back. Interlace the fingers. Inhale to press your heart up. Gaze comes up. Exhale to humble your warrior. Deepen that front knee, that right knee. To let your head hang heavy. We've got about front heel to back heel, or a little space between the two heels alignment. Let your knuckles press up. And feel your heartbeat once again on your front leg. We are strong. We are capable. And we will survive. If I may. We will survive! Take one more big inhale. Exhale to release your hands by way of low back. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale to airplane your arms. Keep your chest wide. Inhale to raise your arms. Exhale to airplane with a wide chest. Inhale to raise your arms. And exhale to airplane. Come off of that back foot. Find your warrior three. I think I'm off the screen, so I'm going to step backwards. So that back heel is pressing. That left hip is dialed down. If you're not sure if your hip is dialed down, you can check in with your toe, your left pinky toe, and see which direction it's facing in. Maybe you want to keep your arms by your sides. Maybe you want to bring them to heart center or store them in front of you. Most of us are practicing on carpet, so it's a little harder to balance. Take a big inhale. Exhale to drop your fingertips down to the ground. Maybe you can't quite reach the ground. You can find a soft bend in that front knee. Find a block, find a chair, whatever is available. And press that left foot out. Exhale to Chiva squat. Dip that bent left leg behind the bent right leg. Inhale to kick back and up. Exhale to Chiva squat. Inhale to press up. We're going to do it about 5 times total. Exhale, Chiva squat. So if you need to check out what I'm doing, inhale to press up. You have about 2 more times to do so. Exhale, Chiva squat. Inhale to press out. And exhale, Chiva squat. Hug it in. Squeeze between your thighs as much as you possibly can. Activate your glutes. Activate your hammies, your quads. Inhale to press that left leg out. And exhale to drop it down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale to halfway lift one more time. Really straighten your spine. You can press your hands on your thighs. Exhale to bend your knees liberally. Find your ragdoll pose. If you're actually watching the video right now, you'll see that my chest, my stomach is totally on my thighs right now. By doing this, not only can we, once again, massage out our whole digestive system for the most part, but we also massage our lymph nodes, keeping us healthy. And we allow our spine, funny enough, to find relief all the way down by our sacrum to our heads. If we can really just release our heads, sway yes and no. I don't know if I already said this, but you can have opposite pinkies to elbow creases. Hands can drag on the ground. Or you can find figure 8 arms around your legs. One more breath wherever you are. On the next exhale, let your hands drop down. Inhale to extend, halfway lift, strong core. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale to reverse dive up, mountain pose. And exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale to raise your hands up, mountain pose. And exhale to dive all the way down to the front of your space. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward bend, plant your hands. That popper kick back to your plank. Through your vinyasa or skip it, that's that chaturanga. Upward facing. and downward facing dog. All right, side 2, only a little bit more core. Y'all got this. Inhale your left leg up, 3-legger dog. Exhale, knee to nose, tap it. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, tap. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it into your chest. Big inhale here. Exhale, bring your knee close to the ground, don't touch it down. Inhale, hug it in. Exhale, bring it down. One more, inhale, hug it in. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, hug it in, and exhale, place that foot down. Inhale to rise up, crescent lunge. And exhale to settle in. Take a big inhale. And exhale to place that back heel down. Finding that warrior 1 position. Inhale to reach from your heart up. Exhale to fold your hands behind your low back. Finding the opposite grip, if you can remember which that is. And then inhale to press your heart up. Exhaling to your humble warrior. Staying deep in that front knee. Staying strong through your arms. Take a few deep breaths here. Your head can topple off of your shoulders once again. Creating some relaxation. Press those knuckles up a little higher if available. Take one more big inhale. Exhale to release your hands by way of low back. Inhale to warrior 1, that back heel is down. Exhale to airplane, your arms, chest is wide. Inhale to reach high. Exhale, chest is wide, airplane. Last one with a twist. Inhale to come up. And exhale to airplane. Come off of that back foot. Find your warrior 3. Once again, I'm going to move back, so I'm coming out of my space. So find that warrior 3. If you're having problem balancing because you're on carpet like me, find a little bend in that standing knee. That helps you to work on strength rather than locking your knee out. Dial that right pinky toe down. You can see I'm shaking a little bit because I'm dialing I'm bending that knee to a point where I need to, but it's activating all of my muscles. Once again, you can find your hands at heart center or reaching out in front of you. Choosing heart center this time, take one more inhale. Exhale to drop those hands down. Whew. Straighten out that standing leg. Press your heel back. Take a big inhale. Exhale to Chiba squat. Inhale to kick your right leg back. Exhale, right knee behind, left knee, Chiba squat. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, Chiba. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, Chiba. Last one on your own. Inhale, kick out. And exhale to meet your feet at the front of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift, extend through your spine. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale to halfway lift, extend, extend. And exhale to ragdoll pose. Last time here, so find a deep bend in your knees if it feels good to you. If it sounds good to you. Shake your head left and right. Shaking in a big circle. Once again, just focusing on releasing as much as we can here. Place those hands back down on the ground if they left. Inhale to straighten out. Exhale to forward bend, plant your hands, step, hop, or kick back into plank. Through your vinyasa or skip it, we'll meet in down dog. Chaturanga, upward to downward. Take a big inhale. And exhale to soften the knees down to the ground. Woo. I'm going to take this time to have a sip of tea. Encourage you to take a sip of something soothing, like water, tea, coffee, because we all know coffee's not really soothing, but it kind of is. And for those of you that don't need to work today, maybe you have a beer already. Congratulations if you do. We'll meet back in our tabletop position. About 2 breaths more time. with wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Just a little bit more functional stuff. And then we're going to get into some juicy poses to say thank you to our bodies for being so strong. But before we do anything else, find a straight line from your tailbone to your head. So your gaze should be down. And focus on your breath once again. And since we're not lying on the ground, since we're not sitting up, you can feel that as above is so below. As you breathe in, not only do your ribs expand forward, but they expand backwards. Not only does your stomach and torso expand forward, but it expands backwards. Maybe you can even feel the air on the backside of your throat. Notice what else here is similar on your front and back side. With our spine straight in a single line of energy through all of our energy centers. These similarities become more evident. On the next inhale, swing your right arm up to the sky. And exhale to draw it under the left. Don't touch your shoulder down to the ground. Just reach actively as far as you can that way. Inhale to reach your hand back up. Exhale to dip it under. Don't touch down. Just reach actively. Inhale to reach up. Third time's the charm. Exhale to come down. Reach first, and then settle your shoulder down onto the ground. So I'm changing directions to give you guys a good demo. So you can have your hand, your left hand, towards the front of your mat, press against the ground, gazing up under your left armpit. You can also lift that left hand up and find it draped behind your back for a half bind. Depending on the level of practitioner you are and the wobbability that you have, aka the probability of wobbling, you may choose or not choose to have that left leg kicking back, toes curled, heel pressing, and stretching out that hamstring as well here. Maybe you can close your eyes down. And something that I love to remind my students during this pose, and if you take my class frequently, you know this, is with your eyes closed down in this pose, it's easy to remove the imaginary weight of the world that we feel on our shoulders. We've probably all had very tight shoulders lately. So let yourself breathe. Big breaths into your shoulder for the health of it. On your next inhale, soar that left hand back up if you found the half bind. And exhale, place that left hand in front of your face no matter what variation you're in. Inhale to reach that right hand back up to the sky. And exhale to bring it to your low back, palm facing up. So I turned forward again if you're watching the video. I wanted to demo that my shoulders are level here. We're going to keep those shoulders level. And on the next inhale, kick that left foot back, keeping hips level, and bend the knee. On the next inhale, you should feel with that hand on your low back a little bit of activation as we lift up through the knee and the shoulder as much as possible. And exhale to hug your knee in towards your nose underneath your body. Inhale to lift your knee and your shoulder as much as possible. It's not a kick, it's not a straighten, it's a lift. And exhale to tap it in. One more inhale to kick, lift. Don't really kick, lift your knee, sorry. And exhale to hug it in. Knee to nose. Inhale to straighten out. And exhale to drop your hand and your knee down. Find some opposite shoulder rolls. And settle back into your stillness. Left side, inhale your left arm up. Exhale to hug it under. Don't touch the ground. Reach actively. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to reach under actively. Last one. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to active reach. And then surrender down. Same arm options on this side. You can keep that right arm where it is. You can bring it up towards the front of your mat, or you can tuck it behind your low back. Another idea is you can kick that right heel back, foot against the ground, toes curled, heel pressing to extend through your hamstring and get a good little stretch through there. Wherever you are, your gaze is up as much as possible, and your breath is as big and balanced as possible. What I mean by balanced here is that your inhalation and exhalation are about a similar length. Whether or not you're counting, let yourself feel the similarities through each breath. Once again, we need not carry around all of what's going on in the world. We just need to focus on caring for ourselves, strengthening ourselves, healing ourselves, and being true to ourselves during this time. Just like a good relationship, a good community is made out of strong individuals coming together. Let the next inhale, if you found that half bind with the right hand behind your back, bring the right hand up. And exhale to bring your right hand in front of your face no matter where you are. Inhale your left hand up to the sky. And exhale to fold it behind your low back, palm away from you. Once again, you're going to be like right in that, probably about where your pants are. If you have some low-rise yoga pants, these ones are driving me nuts. I don't recommend them. But level your shoulders out. On the next inhale, kick that right foot back. And exhale to bend the knee. Once again, on the inhale, we're going to lift through the shoulder and knee as much as possible. And exhale, hug your knee in towards your nose. Maybe you tap, maybe you get close. Inhale to press and reach up. And exhale to hug your knee in towards the ground. Inhale to preach. I'm using that because I like it. And exhale to hug your knee in towards your nose. Last time here. Inhale to level out. And exhale to drop down. Find some opposite shoulder love. Some opposite hip love. And settle back into stillness. On the next inhale, kick that right leg out behind you. And exhale, draw your right knee in towards your right elbow. Swing your right foot over towards your left wrist. And slide your hips on back. Inhale to press your chest up. Exhale to gaze over your right shoulder to level out your hips. Inhale your chest forwards and up. And exhale to melt into your sleeping pigeon pose. If for some reason you're using a not your mat right now, might I suggest you don't put your head down. But if your mat is all yours, go for it. Let yourself rest into this pose. I really enjoy pressing my forehead onto my hands. You might find yours comfortable on the ground or somewhere else. I just have a really big nose, so I squish my nose if I push my forehead against the ground here. Let yourself come into stillness fully. And remember how strong you were in that moment. The moment that we brought into our practice at the very beginning. And remember that you've only grown since then. Yes, circumstances pushed us to that point of our ultimate strength in the past. But know that the ultimate strength still lives within you and has only gotten stronger As Marianne Williamson said, it is not our light and our strength that we are most afraid of. Or, sorry, it is not our weakness that we are most afraid of. It is our light, it is our strength. Knew I was going to botch that one. Let yourself take one more breath here. And on the next inhale, press your hands under your shoulders, nice and gently to raise your chest up. Let those back toes curl under. And make sure that your hands are right under your shoulders. On the next inhale, lift that back knee. Find a three-legged dog with your right leg backing up. And exhale to open the hip on top of the other. Find your release here. Maybe find another set of ankle rolls. Maybe you don't. I sometimes like to straighten my leg out here. Your call for one more breath. And exhale to drop that top foot down. Take a big inhale to straighten out your downward dog. Get strong. And exhale to hug your hands and feet towards one another. Really activate your core here, almost like you want to bunch up your yoga mat. Take one more inhale. And exhale to drop your knees back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Level out your hips. Inhale to kick that left foot back. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your elbow, foot towards your right wrist, and slide your hips back. Inhale to press your chest up, and exhale to gaze over that left shoulder to level your hips. Inhale your chest forwards and up, and exhale, melt into your sleeping pigeon on this side. Maybe your forehead comes down, maybe it doesn't. Wherever you are though, I once again invite you to focus in on all of the sensations of this pose at first. Let yourself feel the outer and inner side of that left hip. Let yourself feel your low back potentially release, especially if you have sciatic nerve issues. You might find that this pose is helpful in that way. And then dive deeper into the psychosomatic side of this practice. During this pose, we're compressing the area of our third chakra, or solar plexus. And this energy center controls our tapas, our passion, our oomph for life, and our egos. I think now is a good time in society to find a balanced ego where we are strong and confident, but not cocky and not shy, not hiding away from things. But finding that strength and confidence might get us a lot farther. I know some of us are feeling pressured by family, friends, work, paychecks, bills. Let yourself have a little peace here and know that you are choosing the right decision no matter what it is. If you are choosing for the greater good of yourself, your family, and society in whole. Take one more breath here. Begin to stack your hands under your shoulders once again on the inhale. Curl your back toes under, lift that knee up. And on the next inhale, find your three-legged dog, left leg backing up. And exhale to open your hip on top of the other. Once again, you can ankle roll, you can knee circle, you can straight leg it. I wish my wall wasn't there right now. Take one more big breath. And exhale to downward dog. Take a big inhale to straighten and lengthen your down dog. And exhale to come to your knees, crisscross your ankles, and sit onto your seat. We're going to find one last core activation here. Option to skip it, option to go with me. So for this last core activation, we'll find our boat pose. Nice flat spine, hands at heart center. Or if you can't get a flat spine, let your hands be light on the ground. Just keep your shoulders back. Take a big inhale here. Exhale to lower a third of the way down. Inhale here. Exhale a third of the way down. Inhale here. Really shake it now. Exhale all the way down. Find a big full body stretch. Reach your hands and feet nice and far away from each other. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and then hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself any knee circles, low back massage movements that you might need here. Making sure to tend to the other direction if you haven't already. And for sake of time, because this is only supposed to be an hour, and I don't know if y'all have meetings or what have you on Zoom later today. So we're just going to drop both the knees over to the right side. Open the left arm towards the left side. And find that easy supine twist variation. If you want a little bit more on your outer hip and your low back, if this isn't quite enough, you can wrap that left leg over and under the right leg so that your heel is under the right shin. And then you might feel a little bit more along your glute, along your psoas, your IT band, and all of the connective muscles that are in your glute area in your low back. Take about 3 more breaths, finding length along your spine on the inhales. Finding depth into your twist on the exhales. And always checking in with that left shoulder, making sure that it's more or less married to the ground. On the next inhale, uncross your legs if you cross them and bring your knees back into center. Hug them nice and tight. Find some left-right rocks. And then sway both of your knees over to the left side. Open your arm out to the right. Once again, you can support with that left hand in any way that you want. Or you can crisscross that right leg under the left for a little bit of extra oomph in your twist. As always, I encourage you to marry the shoulder to the floor. Which shoulder? Both shoulders, actually. I know that it's easy to get it into your left one here, but really try and get it into the right. And if you can't get that right shoulder down, even come out of your twist a little bit to melt your chest, and then let gravity guide your legs back without guiding your shoulder off of the ground. Once again, taking a few lengthening and relieving breaths here. On the next inhale, hug your knees back in towards your chest. Squeeze your toes, squeeze your fingers, squeeze your nose towards your knees. Give yourself a huge hug because you freaking deserve it. Give yourself all that love that you give outwardly all the time. Big inhale to hold it in. Exhale to open up to your final Shavasana. Resting everything down. During this time, we're going to take a small, short body scan, moving very fluidly to keep us active through the rest of the day. Downward flow for manifestation current. Notice first the very top of your head, perhaps feeling some tingling or sensation or activation there. Simply see it, feel it, and thank it. Noticing your forehead, noticing your eyes, notice your nose, your mouth, your chin, and all of those same areas on the back side of your head. Notice your throat, your neck. Notice your very, very upper chest and down the front sides of your arms, all the way down to the inner elbows, all the way down to your wrists, into the palm of your hand, feeling any sensations that came along through all of your fingers on the front sides, the part that we touch things and pick things up with. Feeling the very tips of the fingers. And then rolling to the back of the hand, feeling all those fingers once again on the back sides. Feeling the back sides of your hands, your wrists and your forearms all the way up to your elbows. From your elbows up to your shoulders. And coming around to the back side of your shoulders, noticing how they feel. Noticing the whole back of your rib cage. Wrapping around, notice the whole front of your rib cage. Notice your solar plexus area, that center behind your belly button. And notice your center spine on the back side of your body. Notice your pelvic region, your lower spine in front, where all of your intestinal course is. And then notice your sacrum area, that really low back, right above the glutes. Notice your hips and the insides. Notice the outsides of your hips. And notice your glutes. Like spirals, notice your legs from thigh up by your hamstrings, all the way down to your knees. Sorry, up by your hips, I meant to say wrong H. Noticing your kneecaps. Noticing your calves. Once again, spiraling downward, bringing that energy with you. Bringing the sensation into your ankles. And noticing the tops of the feet, how they feel, any sensations that they might hold. The tops of your toes. All the way to the tips of your toes. And the bottoms of your toes, even feeling those weird little crevices that never really touch the ground. And then feeling the bottoms of your feet. Let yourself focus in on the bottoms of your feet for about the next 5 breaths. Remembering that you are supported by the earth. You have a right to be here. You have a right to be strong. And that you have a right to feel grounded even in times of unease, disease. If you have more time and would like to stay in Shavasana, please by all means. If not, begin to gently invite your physical self back in contact with your spiritual self. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, and then eventually finding that big full body stretch. Reaching hands and feet nice and far away from one another. Take an inhale there to stretch out even further. And exhale to roll over to one side in a fetal position, resting your head on your arms or hands. As always, please make room for yourself here to take something with you off of your mat, whether it's the strength that we gathered and reminded ourselves that we had already, or something else. From corpse to fetus, we rise again, bringing only what we want, need, and will bloom from. Let yourself press one and then both hands against the ground, rise up to a comfortable seat. With hands at heart where we'll meet. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me today. I'll be posting this video on the site, the Yoga with Feather site, and we'll be trying to get these all uploaded onto my website too for a library. If you have any suggestions, comments, feedback, or recommendations for a future video, please let me know. I am open to all recommendations at this point in time. The peace, light, love, student and teacher that shines within you is the same peace, light, love, student and teacher that shines within me. I honor that connection humbly and wholly, despite the distance. Namaste. Thank y'all. See you soon. But before I go, everyone give this little nugget a congratulations for being so good. She only tried to interfere once or twice. And I am so proud of her because she's just a little kiki. All right, everyone, have a good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy.